This week's research is focused on using and understanding the Project Muse database. This database is home to over 200 of the most respected and trusted universities and academic writing centers. It is designed to ensure that a researcher has access to reliable research and sources when they are working on a research paper or thesis. Overall, the interface is clear and easy to use. I was able to research and cite within just a few minutes of use and found no overall issues or doing research on Native American and Mormon interactions, as that is the focus of my research. However, the in-book search tool is clunky, and often it would only pull up one chapter that would contain your chosen search information. This then required me to open multiple tabs in order to research in one book. Aside from those issues, I managed to find 8 resources in which to find research for my chosen subject matter. Some were more detailed than others, but all offered beneficial information. For the purpose of brevity, I will discuss 3 of these sources. The first book was written by Albert Furtwängler and entitled Bringing Indians to the Book. In it, Furtwängler speaks of early Mormon settlements, remarking that the Mormon settlers, they looked upon the Indian presence as an opportunity to convert and civilize them. However, the Indians did not feel and act benevolently towards these invaders. Mormon settlers were taking their land, and in return they thought they could take, or steal as far as the Mormons were concerned, cattle and other things as sort of a tax. Instead of a peaceful and converting spirit, the Mormon settlers relied early on reacting violently. Mormon settlers initially started settlement in the region in 1847, and it took until 1851 for Young to calm them and seek peace. This resource does offer more information on the interactions between the two groups, and I look forward to using it as a research tool. The next resource I found was a book by Michael Hittman titled Great Basin Indians. This book has a chapter that is enlightening to Mormon mindsets with their interactions with the native population. In this chapter, the policy Brigham Young established when dealing with the native people was initially of one, let peace be with them or extermination. But after a number of engagements, Young moved towards a policy of better to feed than fight them. Young seems to have varying ideas and policies, and it would be interesting to explore these. In this book, I was also introduced to a Mormon idea of buying or trading for Native American children in return for food and supplies. It was an effort on their part and to redeem the young children's souls. I am interested to learn more about this policy. Lastly, the author pointed me towards another book by a Shoshone historian about Mormon native conflicts in the 18th century entitled Violence Over the Land. The last book researched was the Northern Navajo Frontier 1860 to 1900 by Robert McPherson. In Chapter 3, an interesting take on Mormon native interaction is presented. It is noted by the author, within the southern region of Utah, that Mormon and Navajo tribes have been in conflict for over 10 years during this time frame, up until 1870. Then, a Navajo convert relayed his vision of meeting 2 spiritual beings, and other natives started receiving visions too, according to those reports. However, many of these visions and prophecies were often only relayed by white Mormon leaders in church meetings, thus diluting the importance or even the veracity of these types of conversion experiences and stories that might be professed by actual natives. However, the author attempts to link the similarities of Navajo religion and Mormon beliefs to try to show how the two religions shared some compatibility, which opened up the Navajo to conversion over them engaging in warfare. Overall, this is an interesting look at the move from feuding and fighting with the natives towards conversion and peaceful coexistence, and how the two sides forged peace, even when ultimately conversion failed. Overall, there is a number of books that are useful in my research and can offer insights that I have found valuable. I look forward to using this source as it has been one of the most productive up to this point. The one thing that is lacking, however, is primary source documents that are critical in establishing a true starting point for a dissertation. However, they can often point a researcher to the correct documents that could help them start.